Hi everybody, welcome back for another video. Today we're going to go purple on purple with the PepperBall inert rounds. And I'm asking a specific question here in this video. I've always been thinking about this, is whether you could carry a PepperBall in your pocket and whether under various situations you might be able to pull that out and use it and have it in the palm of your hand. And it's a really interesting concept that I have. In the palm of your hand, you have this PepperBall. You pull it out of your pocket. You're in a situation and you might need to fight. One thing that we know is that you can use an open palm hit on someone. You don't have to use your fist. You can use an open palm. But the question I have is, if you have a PepperBall in the palm of your hand, are you able to break that on someone by doing an open palm and essentially opening the hand just at the right moment and crushing it right on someone? And the advantage of that is, if you think about it, with a PepperBall launcher, you're going to try to deliver these from 20 feet away. You're going to try to deliver the perfect shot. That perfect shot would be ideally somewhere in the upper chest area where you're going to get good exposure to the nose and the eyes. With a pepper spray, that might be 6 feet away where you're going to try to swipe the nose and eyes area. But with this approach, if you came into a situation where the person has already breached your space, they've already gone past 20 feet, 6 feet, they're on you, it's a hand-to-hand combat situation, could you just pull one of these out, and if you were grappling with the person, pushing, shoving, and you were able to land a punch, if you have this in your hand and it's full of Live-X PepperBall, would you be able to have this in your hand and then do a punch with an open hand where you open your hand and you crush this? And if you could land that right on their mouth, nose, not only would it be a devastating punch right to the face, which is obviously not a trivial thing to accomplish, very difficult to do, but if you did do that and you landed it and broke this, that might be game over. That might be enough to stop someone, because this would be delivered exactly to the perfect spot, right in the nose, right in the eyes, and you might be able to then easily get away. And so that's the concept. Are these something that you can break? The only caveat that I have here, and I just mentioned that up front, is that these are PepperBall brand, and PepperBall brand are notorious. I don't even say notorious, they're famous because these are very well made. And that's a good thing. But they don't break easily. They need a lot of joules downrange. They need to hit a hard target. They're not going to just fall apart, and they don't break easily in mags. Those are not issues that happen with the PepperBall brand. So it might be that this test would be better done with a weaker PepperBall, but then again, I don't think that's something you would want to carry in your pocket. The risk is just too great that it would break. So I'm going with the toughest, strongest, best made PepperBall brand, and we're going to try it with those, and we'll see if it's a realistic thing to do. Is this myth or is this reality? Let me do some tests. You saw me hitting there at the beginning of the video. Now I'm going to do it live with the inert rounds, and we're going to see how that goes. And again, when you punch, if you're using real PepperBalls with live capsaicin, as you punch, you need to be, your head needs to be turning, and you need to be moving then away from the subject, because there's going to create a cloud and there's going to be powder. And so it can get very messy, and you certainly could get exposed. But it's something that, as a last resort, the question is, would having one of these in your pocket serve you any purpose? Will it do you any good? Is there a situation where you could break it over someone? That's all questions that I don't know the answers to, but let's do a test and see if we can come to some conclusion. All right, this is going to be the first one. This is purple on purple. And as you can see, this one is perfectly intact. It's filled with powder. It's ready to go. I've done some practice hits. I learned that if you don't want to brace the wood, you want to let it be able to move a little bit. Otherwise, it's quite painful because you're essentially hitting a solid object. You want to hit something like a person who would give just slightly. So I'm going to give this a try. It's going to go in the palm of my hand. We're going to give it a palm slap, see what we do. Did not work. I may have dropped it too soon. One more time. Too soft. That target is definitely too soft on the impact. I haven't been able to break it yet. I'm gonna have to go against something harder, but something harder is gonna hurt your hand unless you're just in a life or death situation and you have to punch. I was gonna go against this because this is softer. Give me a chance to see if I could break it. Another option would be to lay it on here and give it a palm slap on there. So let's give that a try. So in theory, this is what I'm trying to do. I want to come in and I want to do a palm slap and I want to open my hand at the last second and let the ball then be broken by the palm of my hand. In theory, that sounds like a great idea. You're gonna come in, you're gonna slap, you're gonna break it. Again, you can hit hard and fast and you can hit, but the trick is the ball is gonna wanna stay in your palm of your hand. It's not gonna want to move down here. So you really wanna be driving it with this part of your hand. If it gets up in here, it'll never break because it's just not gonna get enough force. You would have to be driving it perfectly down here. And that's where I think the myth and the reality come together. You really can't drive it like that with reliability. In theory, you start out here. To get it right down here is really difficult. That's the challenge, and that's why I think this fails in terms of a viable way to carry a pepper ball. All right, so I wasn't able to break it using my palm of the hand method, where I was holding it and I was going to do essentially an open palm hit to the face, the mouth, the nose. Great idea in principle, but in practice does not work. But I have never tried to actually break one of these with my hand against something. So I'm going to give it a try here with the palm, and we'll see how it does. There we go. Still hasn't broken. I think I'm still not hitting it with the exact right part of the palm. So again, proving that that's not a very easy way to break a pepper ball. One more time. Again, same result, still not broken. One more time. Third time, that hurt. You can see where it's hitting my hand. So these things are very tough. It takes quite a bit of joules to break one of these, and that's a good thing. But it also means that you can carry one of these PepperBall brand in your pocket, and it's certainly not going to break. But if you ever had a hope of pulling this out and smashing it on someone, that's not easy to do. The pain from breaking this against your skin is going to hurt more than your ability to actually get it broken apart. And it's not something that's going to easily just crack and break. Maybe some other pepper balls that are less durable and less well made will work better, but this one is not going to break like that. That's just not how these are built. That hurts.